So you want to change your life? Well, you got to take risk and get outside your comfort zone, because if you stay in your bubble and you keep doing the same thing every day that doesn't feel fulfilling to you, then you're going to keep feeling this emptiness. You're going to keep waiting for someone else to make your life better, and that's what creates codependent relationships, is because we're waiting for someone else to save us instead of making our life the way we want. And then when we get into those relationships, when we haven't made the life the way we want, or know who we are, then we put so much expectation on that relationship, because we are looking for something to fulfill us, and the only thing that can fulfill us is us pursuing our passions, finding the environments, the people, places, and things that make us feel fulfilled, or be fulfilled on your own, but the people, places, and things are like an addition to that. So it's like, when you start working on self-love and developing who you are, and going back to what you did when you were a kid and no one else told you what to do, and when you had like free time and you weren't had all these expectations on what you're supposed to do based on what society told you, parents, friends, relationships, based on all that, go back to that place. Go back to your innocence, childlike nature. And that's when you start to discover who you are and what you love to do. Like for me, I was like, because I was smoking bud, it always kept me in that childlike nature. So I was always giddy and giggly, and even before that, before, I always attribute everything to bud, but it's not just that. I was always the happy kid. I was always the kid that's like, people would ask, "Why are you so happy for?" And I'm like, I don't know, because I'm alive. Like, just because I wanted to have fun, 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 and I kept pursuing the things that made me have fun. So I pursued all the sports because that was fun to me. I danced. I was not a good dancer when I first started. No one is. But I kept practicing in my mirror when I was 12 years old, and kept dancing, kept dancing. And I had a best friend that would show me moves. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to practice. And it was that determination and practice, because I loved doing it, and I loved music, and I loved writing music and all this stuff, that they just like kind of went hand in hand. So it's like finding all those things that you really enjoyed doing as a kid, whether it was painting, whether it was building stuff, like anything that you did when you were a kid, and you could pass time for hours, and it felt like you weren't doing work, you were just enjoying the time, and you felt calm and peace as you were doing it. Do those things, because once you get back to that, then you can be your playful, childish self, and still you can be mature and grown, but you can, it's still about being playful, because just because we get to a certain age doesn't mean we're supposed to lose our childlike innocence. No, we're supposed to keep that playfulness, that humor, that banter with people. So it's like, the only thing that keeps us trapped is other people's opinions and who we think we're supposed to be in the society, instead of being who we really are, because we're so scared of being judged and not accepted, and being lost in our 20s, let's say, our 30s. No, it's all about discovering ourselves. The only time when we really have to focus on other things is when we have kids, right? Because we're trying to provide a life for them, but it doesn't mean that you still can't be your childlike nature. If anything, kids should be bringing out your childlike nature. You should be childlike with them, because that's who they are. They're children. So you want to be childlike with them because they like that stuff. So